So next day, idea was to go to Jalori Pass. Jalori Pass at that point of time स्नो के कारण आइस के कारण बंद था, बट यू कैन ट्रैक अप टू इट. ठीक है, तो मैं तो था कि हाँ चलो हम लोग चल के जाएंगे. सो वी लेफ्ट. तो ही टुक अस टू अ प्लेस जहाँ पे उसने बोला कि सर यहाँ आप शूज बदल सकते हैं. आई वॉज वियरिंग माई ट्रैकिंग शूज. निशिका गॉड दोज रबर का शूज होता है जो आइस के लिए. शी गॉड, उसने बोला ले लो. मैं बोला नहीं, ट्रैकिंग शूज है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं होगा. एंड सो अप टू अ पॉइंट कार गोज. तो वी स्टार्टेड ट्रैकिंग अप. So initially तो ड्राई था, देन थोड़ा आइस आया. आई थिंक वी ट्रैक फॉर लाइक 30 मिनट्स या 35 मिनट्स. एंड देयर वाज अ पैच, एक टर्न था ऐसे. एंड वहाँ पे क्या था कि आइस, ब्लैक आइस एकदम प्रॉपर सॉलिड था. तो निशिका मेरे पीछे थी एंड आई वाज थोड़ा आगे. तो मैंने उसको बोला कि रुक जाओ, लेट मी सी कि जा सकते हैं कि नहीं, वेदर आई कैन गो अहेड और नॉट, बिकॉज यू नीड टू फाइंड
ग्रिप,
कहाँ चढ़ सकते हैं. तो वहाँ पे फिर हम लोग रास्ते में फोटो वोटो खिंचाते हुए आ रहे थे पूरा एकदम. निशिका गाना वाना वीडियो क्या रील बना
ये इस आए बैठे बिठाए, all that.
all those was happening. And I was telling निशिका कि वेट करो, मैं I'll just take आगे का देख के आता हूँ, नहीं होगा तो we'll go back. बट आई थॉट कि हो ही जाएगा यार, मतलब इतना भी क्या है. तो जैसे ही मैं बोला और मैं एक स्टेप आगे गया, आई स्लिप्ड. ठीक है. and my entire body landed on my wrist and wrist गया टक. ठीक है. few seconds के लिए
blacked out.
I did not feel so well. तो वापस चलते हैं. उसके बाद जैसे ही वापस जाने के लिए जैसे ही मैं आगे बढ़ा, तो I again slipped.
Oh. And that's just one new story from Rohan about another trip जहाँ पे वो गिर पड़ के आया है.
I feel bad about laughing because I think my friends would say the same thing about me.
So Rohan is this guy who wherever he travels, he'll break this, break that. Are you someone like that?
Yeah, actually I am someone like that. Like, forget trips. I fall every time, even normally casually walking to a store or somewhere.
My goodness. So very nice. We are starting off with a super duper misadventure wala feels. So welcome to another episode of Misadventures of a Sneaker, a travel podcast where we yap about lots of stories, lots of anecdotes from our guests about all their favorite travel vacations. Hi, this is Revati, and with me we have...
Hi, I'm Godly.
And today we are heading to this place called the Tirthan Valley. It's located in Himachal Pradesh. This place is popular for treks and for the backpackers and ones who like some offbeat kind of destinations. So my co-host Godly and my friend Rohan, they've both been to this place, and I am looking forward to hearing lots of stories about Tirthan Valley. But wait, before that, let me ask you something, Godly. हम लोग को तो पता चल गया है कि तुम यहाँ वहाँ गिरती रहती हो. कोई एक अपना कहानी बताओ from one of your travels where you would call it one of your mega misadventures वाला personal experience.
Well, it's very memorable because you know how the first Goa trip we all look forward to.
Yeah.
It happened then. So my best friend and I were traveling in a scooty, but we were not on a road. It was some kind of a
like an off-road kinds.
Yeah, मिट्टी मिट्टी सा था वहाँ पे घर वर के. एंड वहां पे हमारा स्कूटी ऐसा अटका कि हम मतलब बहुत ही गंदी तरह से हुई फैलो के. लाइक द स्कूटी ऑन टॉप ऑफ अस एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट. बट दिमाग में था स्कूटी रेंट पे है, पहले उसको बचाने का है.
वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट.
एग्जैक्टली राइट. हाथ से ज्यादा तो तब लग रहा था कि ओह नो, इसको तो कुछ नहीं हुआ. The scooty thankfully was safe, but we were not. Our knees were like very badly injured. Pura heel wheel ke, even our hands and all. So like there was this house very close to where we had that accident. I rang the bell for that, and an uncle opened the door, and I'm like, we are like very badly hurt. Can you just give us some water? So he said, yeah. So immediately he got us water and we washed our wounds. He told us where to find the pharmacy to have the first aid arrangement. So yeah, we went to the pharmacy, got tetanus shots, covered our wounds. I still have that mark.
So Goa means lots of shots and lots of little cute dresses, and you were with that huge bandage in the entire trip, it seems, right?
Yes, sadly, yes. Talk about memories, right?
Talk about memories. It's still there of you.
Yes. And now, talking about misadventures, today Rohan will be taking us through his misadventures in the hidden valley in Himalayas, also known as Tirthan Valley.
Hi Rohan, what's up?
Hi, Revti. All good. और बताओ, how are things at your end?
Rohan, meet Godly.
Hi,
Guys haven't-
Godly.
Hi, Rohan.
Rohan, we are going to
Hi.
be talking about your favorite wala trip.
Okay, great. Yeah, so Himachal, so of course, I've been many times. So yeah,
So that was going to
Himachal,
be-
Uttarakhand, Himalayas is like mountains are my favorite. So I
Yeah,
do
you're
visit
a
them.
mountain person,
Yeah,
right?
I am completely a mountain. मैं उधर एकदम retire कर सकता है. I just can just build a home there, 2 BHK बनाओ, book पढ़ो, whiskey पियो, fire के बगल बैठो, and just be there for years and years. I'll be very happy.
I think I'm a city person, but I don't mind like going to a place just like close to a good
so
city.
that's what Nishika, my wife, also keeps saying कि तुम बोलता है, but जब तुम रहेगा ना, so you'll start getting bored. But I don't know, मतलब whenever I've stayed there for a long period of time, I never got bored. Like just sitting there, I've never get bored. Like ठीक है ना, it's very nice. Just
एक दिन शायद बैठ सकती हूँ मैं, 2 दिन शायद बैठ सकती हूँ मैं, but I am not the
so of
kind
course,
who can retire.
but you'll find things to do.
Like what can you do in such a place with like some
I
5
don't
people
know.
living
You
around
you will find something to do. मतलब वो आप कुछ ना कुछ ढूंढ ही लोगे यार. It's like that only.
हाँ,
You'll
सो
find
तो
things
है,
there.
तुम टाइम
हाँ.
पास करोगे, maybe you make wine, maybe you start
Yeah,
writing a book.
something or do a farming. You'll do something.
So, but still, I need a lot of people around. I love having people around. So I don't think I'm the kind who can retire in a hill station. I will come to visit you, Rohan.
Yeah, please do come. Whenever
a nice fireplace wala ghar, apna retirement ghar.
Yeah, the problem in Himachal is कि you have to be a native of Himachal to buy a land and property there. So that's a big problem. Himachali people, even in Sikkim, and they're very particular about land and all. कि who is buying land and all here.
Oh.
So the trip that I went last time, so I came to know कि all the Himachal land, the land records, they were made in like 15th, 16th century, right? Almost 300-400 years old. So all the land records are in either Farsi or in Urdu. ठीक है? So whoever the land officer is there must know those languages. बिकॉज वो लैंड उस वक्त बटा था दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम, और वो लैंड बटे कैसे थे, तो माउंटेन साइड होता है ना, ये माउंटेन साइड का यहाँ से यहाँ तुम्हारा राइट, ये हाइट यहाँ से यहाँ तुम्हारा राइट, एंड ऑल इज दिस इज रिटन इन उर्दू एंड फारसी. So they are right now doing this, converting it into English and Hindi and all those things. That project is ongoing. But imagine all those mountains, right? All those hills, सबका land record है, everything. So I was under the impression कि यार ये तो this is government land, but then I came to know कि government का land भी identified है and people land is also identified.
Wow.
Yeah, entire Himachal, imagine that.
काफी गजब यार.
हिमाचल में almost 90% of the land is identified. So this is what was being told. मतलब जहाँ मैं रुका था and उसके ओनर ने मेरे को ये बताया, I was not aware. So he had a entire mountain side, right? So मैं बोला पूरा mountain side कैसे खरीद लिया तुमने? Then he told me the whole story.
So this is पूर्वजों का mountain side पूरा जो खरीदा हुआ वैसा है कि he bought it from someone?
He bought it from the guy, local village guy who owned it. Bought it from that local guy.
Wow. चलो starting में TIL मिल गया हम लोगों को.
Yeah, great. चलो. Yes.
Okay, so welcome to our Misadventures of the Sneaker podcast, Rohan.
Thank
We're very
you.
happy to have you.
Pleasure being here.
Oh, how sweet. So, Rohan, Godly and some of our listeners of our show today don't know you that well. So she has thought of something that she's going to ask you so that she'll get to know you a little more.
Yeah,
I have given a big introduction of you, वैसे, but
okay. Please go ahead.
Okay, I legendary thought that there's some god person coming today, and I have to. I was so conscious.
Like my foot. Absolutely my foot. She just wants to make you feel good.
Thank you.
Just wants to make you feel good और कुछ नहीं.
No, she usually talks very like supremely about her friends, and I know they are really good. Like, but about you, so she crossed boundaries only. That
okay. Oh man, I please do send this recording. Yeah.
Chance ही नहीं है कि मैं बोलूँगी, but she's telling all this for make it.
Please edit this part and send it to me, okay? So मेरे को बस इतना चाहिए. I'll just keep it in my mobile. We'll put it in that our friends group here.
Never.
नहीं, वो अच्छा रहेगा. It'll be nice to see how people react. नहीं, thank you, Repti. Thank you very much.
It's not true. It's not true.
But still, thank you. Even if it's not true.
You tell thanks to Godly, वो बना के बोल दिए तुमको.
मैं तो बना के नहीं बोलूंगी ना, मेरा तो नाम ही गॉडली है ना, मैं कैसे
Yeah,
बोल
she's
सकती हूँ?
godly. Yeah.
So yeah, the question that I had in mind is
Yeah.
because I'd like you to think of something that would give me some hints about the kind of person that you are. You can think of a song, movie, cartoon, anime, books, anything very close to you or something.
Okay. Uh, Books. So generally, I like to read every kind of a book. But if I have to like really pick one, that's difficult. Let me just think. There are too many books here. There are just too many books I keep reading, and so one book which I like very early in my life when I started reading, and which kind of blew my mind off, was Catch 22. Catch 22 में you read it now, when you start reading it, like first 50 100 pages कुछ समझता ही नहीं है हो क्या रहा है, what is happening, and then you start getting the hang of it, and then it just blows your mind off the way it's written and the way it's written. So Catch 20, I keep going back to that book again and again because now I'm very familiar with the characters and the whole setup. That book was like अच्छा reading से इतना joy आ सकता है, it was so much fun. And after that I like history. So recently I read that Manu Pillai's book on the Travancore one. That book is again I really like a lot. I keep going back to it again. Of late I have explored behavioral economics, behavioral finance, and which is very, very fascinating how you behave, and not just in terms of economics, just the way the human beings behave, just in general. And most of the time, human beings को ऐसा लगता है कि we are very rational beings, but actions are not really rational or logical if you really think about it. So one book which I read, it was Think Fast, Think Slow by Daniel Kahneman, which I really like. Again, I read a mixture of, I read a lot of fiction, I read a lot of sci-fi. Recently, I read this book, Three Body Problem. It's a sci-fi, right? It's really interesting premise. Do you guys want to hear the premise?
Sure.
So it's written by a Chinese author, okay, and it's been translated into English and all. So the way it works, there is a Chinese scientist, and that Chinese scientist discovers another civilization, right, human-like, in a distant planet, and that planet is dying. Okay, so the people there are looking for another home, and they make a connect, but that civilization is far ahead from currently where the 1970 the Earth was. So that planet is roughly around 4 light years away. So if you travel at a speed of light, you will reach Earth in four years. But since traveling at a speed of light is practically impossible, but they have a technology which can travel at 1/100th speed of a light. Okay, so they will reach here in 400 years. But communication happens on a speed of light. So every time they have to communicate, they send one message, it reaches there in 4 years. They send back, it reaches back another 4 years. So one to and fro takes 8 years.
Wow.
Okay. So 1970s se they start communicating. The other planet figure out that this planet Earth is very hospitable. This planet Earth ka civilization is not so advanced yet. So and they are advanced, so they can come here and kind of settle there. The Earth guys are like, wow, we have found a civilization, we are going to connect and blah blah blah, and they are like very happy. But the Earth guys don't know that those civilizations, they don't like to share space.
Oh.
Right. So they would come here. They intend to kill everyone and make it their home. So one of the guys there are very sympathetic towards Earth. That guy sends a message कि बॉस तुम लोग अपने आप को बचा लो, ये लोग आ रहे हैं, and they will reach here in 400 years. ठीक है? And after that the communication stops, and this happens till 1990s 2000. So Earth has received a message, your civilization is coming. You have 400 years to save yourself, and now the planning starts. And then the whole
this is so cool.
and then the whole book is about the next 400 years, the whole planning. It's in series 1, 2, 3.
Okay,
So
okay. Right. This is so cool, yaar. Ekdam like proper suspense.
Yeah, I read it last year and I was like, wow, so amazing book.
What about music?
Music, so generally I listen to a lot of Kishore Kumar, right? I'm a big Kishore Kumar fan, and I listen a lot of Kishore Kumar. Otherwise, Hindi songs, Coldplay. बहुत पहले I was a big fan of rock music. One constant has been Kishore Kumar songs throughout.
Yeah. So there was once that we all went to a cafe. This was in McLeodganj, and we just went there for dinner. And then there was this one person who came for doing a live. I mean, he was playing there, right. And he happened to play only Kishore Kumar song for the entire evening. We went nuts. I think that is still one of our, if you think, one of our happiest dinners that you would have had. See, we will always think of that one little
We were,
place
yeah,
in
yeah, we
McLeod.
were happy high, we were singing, एकदम मस्त गाया था हमने पूरा.
पूरा टाइम हम लोग बैठे थे कि जब तक वो खत्म करेगा हम लोग पूरा बैठ के उसके गाने सुने. We sang along with him. It was such a nice evening, happy high like you said.
Yeah, yeah,
बहुत मजा आ गया था.
true
Kishore
good.
songs are like always like the
हाँ,
happy sexy ones.
so flavor of the music आते रहता है जाते रहता है, but I think Kishore has been something which has been constant for last I don't know how many years. So yeah,
Wonderful.
so वो है. So books हो गया, music हो गया. TV series I generally like a lot of slow burners kind of series, like so Breaking Bad got famous very at the very end, like season 4 season 5 में Breaking Bad got famous, but I was like seeing it from the very end. Initial 2 seasons of Breaking Bad is very very slow, right?
Yeah.
So same with The Wire. That is one series I recommend to everyone, The Wire.
तो ये सारी सीरीज कहाँ पे है? रेगुलर ओटीटीज में ही है?
Yeah, but again in this era of technology and access, मिल जाते हैं चीजें अगर आप ढूंढने निकलो तो.
कितने अच्छे से बोला तुमने रोहना. Not using the words but still sending the message across. Yeah. Very much.
See, again there are popcorn type of series कि आप एकदम नाइट बिंज करके देख लो, एंड वो भी है, राइट, वो भी अच्छे लगते हैं. मसाला काइंड इज आल्सो इम्पोर्टेंट. यू शुड कीप
I
वाचिंग.
like.
या यू शुड कीप वाचिंग मसाला काइंड also, यार ऐसा नहीं है.
I very much like. Like I
Yeah.
love the recent The Hard and all of those things as well.
अगेन
Really
दहाड़ आप देखो, दहाड़ इज सो स्लो, लाइक पुलिस प्रोसीजरल्स पे पूरा बना है, नथिंग मच बट सो एंगेजिंग, राइट.
good.
तो
Very
वैसे भी
nice.
होते हैं. और उसके बाद आपका वो बैंक रॉबरी वाला एक जो सीरीज है नेटफ्लिक्स पे,
Bella Ciao, Bella Ciao,
हाँ
Bella
बेला चाव
Ciao.
वाला, राइट.
वाला.
तो अगेन दैट्स अ पॉपकॉर्न काइंड ऑफ, आप देखोगे भुला जाओगे, वैसा है.
That's Money Heist, no?
या
Very nice one.
अभी
What
वो नाम
about
भी याद नहीं आ रहा है.
podcasts?
So podcast, so podcast में I'm
You're a huge podcast consumer.
yeah, I listen
Yeah.
to a lot of podcasts. So I listen to of course Amit Verma का तो वही Seen
Seen and the Unseen. Yeah.
Yeah, I listen to that Hindi में there is that Puliyabazi.
Puliyabazi.
I listen to that a lot. There is a Tim Ferriss का podcast. I listen to that off and on. There is one history का podcast, hardcore history, Dan Collins का. That is, he comes very, मतलब उतना frequent नहीं है, but he comes out like 4 hour 5 hour episodes kind of a scenario. The whole thing is कि the problem with the way that we were taught history and the way most of the history books are written in a very cheap kind of a way, right? And history is all about factuals and counterfactuals, right? People had option, but somebody choose to do this, and then the whole thing changed, right? If somebody would have done what other thing, how the things could
A
have
different
panned out.
outcome.
Yeah. That counterfactuals are very 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 different, and if you think about it, how things could have gone. So I listen to that. On the finance side, I listen to there is a Paisa Vaisa करके finance of Anupam Gupta, and of course this podcast as well. And I have been spreading the word around. Yeah, I think I hope a lot of people listen to this podcast because you guys are doing a fabulous work.
Thanks, yeah. Thanks so much.
So these are the very regular ones.
ये पूरे सब कुछ, you read like crazy, you watch movies like crazy, you listen to podcasts like crazy, everything. When do you like पढ़े रहो and do nothing?
So podcast is generally when I'm traveling. So सुबह Bombay में gives you a lot of time, right? To morning or you going to office, right? So you get 1 hour there. In the evening you get in the work related travel when you're in a cab. I get a time, so that point of time I listen. Read तो generally happens at the end of the day and on weekends it happens. And so हाँ time मिल जाता है because थोड़ा effectively manage करना होता है, but हाँ मिल जाता है. I don't see too much of other stuff do, so वो मिल जाता है.
So when you travel, what do you like in your time pass during travel? Do you read a lot?
नहीं, so
what's the time pass you do? I mean, of course, not while you're sightseeing and things like that, but when you're chilling.
हाँ. So when I'm chilling, I generally, so I don't carry, I may be carrying a one book, but mostly आप अपना Kindle लेके जाते हो, so generally you are reading. मैं पढ़ता ही हूँ. I don't listen to podcast or anything. But if I'm going to historical places, I download those
walking tours,
those historical walking tours and museum records and all those things. Also, मैं download करके लेके जाता हूँ. That's only when I'm there at that place I listen to that thing. Otherwise, it's mostly just be there, observe places. मैं तो फोटो भी नहीं लेता हूँ. मैं हमेशा मतलब I keep telling निशिका कि अरे just दिमाग में बैठा लो, right? You are here, make a memory, right? Rather than फोटो लेना. And her viewpoint is कि वो memory रहता नहीं है, but once you see the photo ना, those things come back. So both ways it works, I guess. So I'm more like you just be there in the moment, just observe that, just see that thing. and people are
It's
like,
about having fantastic memory versus average memory. So for me, this is the same kind of conversation that I have with my husband. So he'll always say, "Why aren't you like see there? You can see this, you can
yeah,
see
yeah.
that, you can remember." ऐसा मुझे तो याद रहता नहीं है.
But I have like,
बहुत
so I
अच्छा.
don't have like those precise, like एकदम मैं उसको precise moment describe कर पाऊंगा, but I have like this मतलब vague kind of memories which linger, which once you were there it will remain कि अच्छा वहाँ क्या था, and those memories are kind of remain there.
I have that memory when it comes to people. Otherwise, I remember my travel places and all of that. But like people, I won't remember.
And same here,
Not
I
at all.
can't remember people का name. I am very
Like I
bad with
can't
names.
remember their names also.
मैं
Sometimes
चेहरा याद रह जाता है, नाम
faces
तो मैं
or what we talked about. Like vaguely, I'll remember. Okay, maybe that person or this person, just for some reference, if I have to pull back. But other than that,
साइड की मेरे को फोटो दिखाओ. तो मेरे मतलब उस पे आई हैव अ थ्योरी, राइट? मैंने मैंने आई हैव अ थ्योरी दैट सेज कि देखो मे बी दोज मेमोरीज आर द बेस्ट मेमोरीज, वन ऑफ द टॉप मेमोरीज तुम्हारे लाइफ का, तो तुमने अभी तक स्टोर करके रखा है. ठीक है, मेरे पास उससे ज्यादा बेटर हो गया या कुछ बेटर आ गया तो हमने उसको पीछे कर दिया है. तो मे बी दैट कुड बी द थिंग. मैं नहीं
I
पता कि
think
ये
some
अच्छा है
people
खराब है.
just can remember things
हाँ, ये भी
better
हो
than the
सकता है.
others. Yeah,
हाँ, ये
I
भी हो सकता है.
genuinely
और
think some people can, because I see my husband. He has memory like one elephant or one cobra and all that. पिछले जन्म के चीजें सब याद रह जाएगा उसको. He will remember.
some people have this insane memory यार.
Insane, like it's just insane है.
yeah.
So I'm not like that. I'm average, but you
हाँ,
guys are lousy.
मैं तो यही मानता हूँ कि यार मेरा है कि लिमिटेड स्पेस है, सो आई जस्ट कीप पुशिंग थिंग्स बैक.
All right, Rohan.
thanks
Yeah,
for
yeah.
the recommendations, though. Yeah, like they're like really good recommendations. I can't wait to get back to the books at least.
नहीं बुक्स
Not
तो आई
sure
कीप
about the
सेंडिंग
podcast
व्हाट.
But yeah, amazing recommendations. Absolutely love the.
Thank you.
Yes. So Rohan is a guy who will read anything. वो भेलपुरी का जो
मैं
पैकेट
सब
आएगा
पढ़ता
ना,
है.
वो भेलपुरी खाने के बाद वो खोल के वो भेलपुरी का पैकेट भी पढ़ लेगा.
आई रीड फ्रॉम इरोटिका टू लिटरेचर एवरीथिंग. मेरे को कोई दिक्कत नहीं है.
मैं सोच रही थी तुम बोल रहे थे ना, आई स्टार्टेड ऑफ रीडिंग. आई एम लाइक कौन सा बुक बोलने वाले हो तुम? कुछ तो इरोटिका का कुछ तो स्टेटमेंट मारने वाले हो. What about the love for traveling? When did that always been there or something you've started?
I don't know whether it was always been there, but when I started doing it, I think first time I did a travel of parents के साथ, ठीक है, जब during school days. But I think after 12th I was in Delhi for a year, supposed to be preparing for IT and all. So I was with my cousin brother and bhabhi, and they really used to like to travel. Almost every month में एक trip हो ही जाता था. And that's the first time I went to a mountain. I went to Mussoorie, Rishikesh, Mussoorie, Nilkant, and that was the first time I like, okay, this is like really nice. I think the whole travel वहाँ से start हुआ, and then went to engineering college. वहाँ पे again मेरा friend circle ऐसा बना कि वो भी एक से एक बकचोद लोग थे वहाँ पे.
That's true.
Right.
I have seen them. My God, Chopri Max.
So हम लोग कभी घर छुट्टी होती थी तो हम लोग कभी घर सीधा नहीं जाते थे. Never like ऐसा सीधा घर नहीं, कहीं तो होते हुए जाएंगे. Either Bangalore or Bombay or somewhere here there वैसा. And we always, and last I think after second year we started coming back to Manipal. So I did my engineering from Manipal. कॉलेज अगर 30 तारीख को खुल रहा है तो हम 21 तारीख को पहुंच जाएंगे. वी विल लाइक 7-8 डेज पहले आएंगे, क्योंकि कोई नहीं रहता था. एंड लाइक पूरा मणिपाल आपके लिए ही है, राइट? एंड लाइक यू कैन जस्ट डू एनीथिंग, लाइक पार्टी अलॉट. And उसके बाद then job started, and then every year travel started. I think first year we went to Sikkim with my engineering friend. Interesting trip था, बहुत बढ़िया trip था. And after that MBA के बाद I think every year कुछ ना कुछ plan, set of people, everybody like traveling, and then you kind of really enjoy it, you find your groove, and उसके बाद तो बस चलते रहता है. नाउ अभी आप आई थिंक वंस कोविड हिट एंड 2 ईयर का जो ब्लॉक हुआ, उसके बाद लोगों ने जो ट्रैवल किया है, रिवेंज ट्रैवल, तो वो भी दिखता है.
What is revenge travel though?
Because we couldn't travel for 2 years during the COVID time.
ओवर कॉम्पनसेट कर दिया. मैं 2 साल नहीं गया. अगर मैं 2 साल में 2 ट्रिप करता तो अभी इस साल में 4 ट्रिप करेगा. Yeah, that's why you see 2021 and 22, there was the travel graphs you see, whatever numbers you see will be like through the roof.
Yeah.
Right. So that happened, and I did not do any revenge travel per se. I just went nearby places. Went to Himachal में this place last year for a week. So, but हाँ, मतलब एक बड़ा big foreign trip is pending, and as you know, Ritik, we are in the middle of all discussion around it.
Very nice. All right, Rohan. So tell us about your like आज का story.
बाबा इतना देर से बस बकर हो रहा है.
चलेगा कोई लोड नहीं है.
नहीं, so last year, I think it was February, Feb, we decided to do a 1 week travel in Himachal. Since we have not been to any place, it was I think 2022, and we thought we'll go someplace 1 week in Himachal. And I didn't want a very kind of way sunset point देखना है, sunrise point देखना है.
शिमला मनाली.
मेरे को ऐसा कुछ करना नहीं था. I wanted a very nice, quiet place, and I asked our good friend George, because George really knows about these kind of places, right? So a lot of places George recommended, and one of the places that he recommended was this place in Tirthan Valley. If you have been to Himachal, Parvati Valley, which is, and then there is a Kullu Manali Valley, and then next to it is Tirthan Valley. तो कुल्लू मनाली इज वेरी फेमस, एंड मतलब कुल्लू मनाली जैसा, मैं जब जिसके हाउस गेस्ट था, मतलब जहाँ मैं रह रहा था, वो तो बोल रहा था कि यार कुल्लू मनाली इज नॉट लाइक करोल बाग इन माउंटेन्स. तो ऐसा हो गया, एंड सच में ऐसा हो गया, बिकॉज आई वेंट टू कुल्लू, तो इट वाज लाइक दैट ओनली, राइट? यू सी लॉट ऑफ पुंजूस, लॉट ऑफ दिल्ली वाला, लॉट ऑफ हरियाणा, मतलब वैसा ही हो गया पूरा. यू कैन फील लाइक इट्स दिल्ली इन माउंटेन्स. So the idea was to go to a place, don't do too many things, just see near about places, and just chill there and do nothing. It was a 1 week trip, 5 days to be precise, if I exclude the travel days. And the problem was ki either you take a flight to Kullu, and then from there it is like 4 hour drive, but the flight to Kullu is very expensive.
Yeah.
So we took a flight to Chandigarh, and then from there we took a cab, and the cab ride was almost 10 hours. Idea was to just stay at one place. So Tirthan Valley is upcoming, so अभी हो सकता है 5 साल में वो भी कुल्लू मनाली बन जाए. I'll not be surprised. So because when I don't know, it's sad, but people will get development, people will get money, people will get everything there.
Yeah.
That area part of Himachal Pradesh is kind of undeveloped. Road came like 4, 5, 6 years ago. उससे पहले proper roads were also not there. So Tirthan Valley, if you go a lot, when I went there, a lot of construction was happening of hotels and all these kind of I saw, and hostel बन रहा था अपना जगह.
Oh.
So maybe आ गया होगा इस साल तक hostel का वो.
Correct.
So there is this homestay. It's called Kudrat. If you go to Instagram, you'll find it. You can plug in. The owners there are named Sudhir and Bhavna. उनकी बहुत interesting story है.
बोलो, tell me.
They have named their property Kudrat, and they have named it after their daughter. उसका भी नाम is Kudrat. So Sudhir and his wife, they were like in Bombay, and I think they were somewhere at the अपना वो कहाँ हम बैठते थे Marine Drive पे. There was this lady, उनके 2 twins बच्चे थे, and बहुत cute थे, और उनके नाम थे कुदरत और कायनात. ठीक है?
Okay.
They really like the name. So
how cute. Very sweet.
So, yeah. That's how the whole thing has evolved now. Very, very beautiful homestay. And I went in month of February, which is off season, because snow just melt होना शुरू होता है, road just open होते हैं. So very off season, and still pretty cold. For night में temperature used to go to -2, -3 kind of. Yeah. बट अगेन मेरा आइडिया तो था कि भाई बस रहना ही है, ज्यादा कुछ करना है नहीं, जस्ट लुक एट द प्लेस, थोड़ा रोम अराउंड करो, एंड दैट्स इट. So we kind of zeroed down on this place and went to Chandigarh. So and the guy only arranged a cab for me. Yeah,
Very
yeah.
nice.
Yeah, he only, so there is a, हमारे ड्राइवर का नाम था हनी, राइट?
वाह, हनी जी.
So हनी भी उसी विलेज में रहता था, ठीक है, and this guy helped him to buy a cab and try do his own cab service.
Oh, how lovely.
Right. Yeah. So, and Honey was a very instrumental character in the whole 1 week thing.
Okay, Mr. Honey, let's
Yeah,
keep
yeah.
him in our minds.
So I called Honey कि भाई हनी अपने को आने का है, will you come and pick us? तो बोला सर मैं तो नहीं आ पाऊंगा, मेरा बुकिंग मैं किसी को भेजता हूँ. So he only arranged some other guy. So again 10-hour drive, and if you go from Chandigarh to Kullu and all, ना, so आप रास्ते में बहुत construction हो रहे हैं. You will find lot of construction happening. I think they are really making one big highway through the mountains.
Oh.
So a lot of tunnels and all are being done. So when that happens, I think travel from Chandigarh to Kullu will be like 4 hours thing, 4.5 hours.
Oh.
That's it. Atal tunnel you guys would have heard.
Atal tunnel,
right?
yeah.
Famous, right?
Yeah.
So वैसे ही वो बहुत सारे tunnel बना रहे हैं वो लोग. So you can like just tunnel through the entire Himalaya and just reach Kullu, right? And that's the whole idea. हाँ, but again I don't know कितना अच्छा रहेगा, because one
I
of
know
the
for ecology
joys
it's
of
very
going to a
sad.
mountain.
Yeah.
Ecology, I don't know, it's a very contentious topic. You can argue both sides, right? Because the local people get development. If you can travel faster, the economy kind of picks up. But one of the joys of traveling to mountain is to going through those aisa rasta.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that
But I
you
completely
stop.
agree. Those winding
Yeah,
roads are like
yeah,
joy.
and you stop, you get a scenery, you get a view. That's one of the joys of
And you
going
have
through. And
chai there, and then you
yeah.
continue.
So if you're going through a straight line all through the
Yeah.
tunnels all the way, like I don't know how much joyous it's going to be. But again, it saves time, a lot of time. वो है, so again, so 10 hours drive आराम से हम लोग 10:30 we left our hotel from Chandigarh, and I think we reached around 8:38, 8:39.
Wow, you guys like zipped through almost
हाँ, we took break आराम से.
आराम से.
So it took around 10 hours, but ऐसा नहीं कि बहुत painful 10 hours है, it was like okay 10 hours.
How was your driver? Mr.
Driver was
Honey
nice.
Cheese.
Yeah. So driver के साथ क्या हुआ कि he was big on crypto. So I think we
Huh?
4-5 hours हम लोग crypto ही discussion किया हम लोगों ने.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Like he was like a well-read guy kind of a
well,
person.
he was well read, well invested in crypto. ठीक है,
I
so
feel bad for him now. Yeah, I hope he is like taking things out and all.
तो उसने क्रिप्टो हमारा आई थिंक 4-5 घंटा बस क्रिप्टो पे डिस्कशन हुआ था, एंड ही वाज टेलिंग मी कि हाउ क्रिप्टो इज अ बिग थिंग इन हिमाचल एंड हरियाणा, एंड ही वाज टेलिंग कि हाउ क्रिप्टो यूज ये वो एक्स पूरा पूरा मेरे को ज्ञान दिया वो
Oh
रास्ते
my
भर.
God. That is so interesting.
So he was talking about Bitcoin. So rather than the coins, he was trying to explain me the whole Indian,
Funda.
yeah, कैसे the whole thing is working. The guy will be like in early 30s, late 20s type होगा, right? And so 4-5 घंटे हमारा वही डिस्कशन चला.
Very impressive, man. Very impressive.
Because I kept telling him कि यार बहुत रिस्की है, मैं उसको पूरा ज्ञान दे रहा था, वो मेरे को दुनिया की समझदारी समझा रहा था कि रियल लाइफ में ऐसे होता है ऐसे होता है.
Oh,
So
it's like
whole
a
thing
full.
happened. So I was surprised कि यार चंडीगढ़ में ड्राइवर क्रिप्टो मतलब generally you think it's a very elite kind of concept, right?
Yeah.
So but हाँ मतलब that was a big happy surprise for me. So we had a good discussion around crypto and everything, investment, real estate, जमीन जायदाद सब पे. So all this thing.
बहुत ही अलग kind of conversation. Invariably for me it will be like politics and things like that. There they are a lot very very vocal as well.
हाँ,
But
so
this is
politics
other side.
होता है, but I think the moment it see money trumps everything, right? So
Yeah. Why
वैसा है.
not?
So the moment the topic changed to money and land and ये, so the whole discussion happened कि हिमाचल की जमीन कितना कंस्ट्रक्शन हो रहा है, तो होटल आएंगे ये आएगा, and the lot of construction was happening all along the way. So whole thing started from there. So yeah,
Very
so
cool.
after 10 hours का travel, we
You
reached
buy.
hotel late at night. So our host was there, and मतलब they have made sure कि the rooms are very cozy, room के temperature चल रहे हैं, सब चल रहे हैं, and because by the night we reached it was very cold. We just get there, and again, so very nice place, Kudrat, and they make some really fabulous food. The way it is, it's a homestay. So this has been developed by this couple, Sudhir and Bhavna, and Bhavna has मतलब उसने वहाँ के गांव के लोगों को ही उन लोगों ने employ किया है अपने यहाँ. So everybody stays nearby, and she has taught all the guys how to cook, what to cook, and everything. So they have
Lovely.
like really become good chef. तो आपको जो चाहिए they'll make it so इतने बढ़िया से बना के देंगे कि you like feel कि अरे वाह, you know, you will
Wow.
get a like 5-star hotel treatment. Great stay. So again, so this was I think we reached on 13th February late evening. So idea was कि 14th को कुछ नहीं करेंगे, just property के around जाएंगे. Now if you go to Tirthan Valley has great Himalayan National Park. Not many people are aware about it. It's a reserve park. और ये property का boundary wall shares with Great Himalayan National Park.
Oh wow.
Idea was to go there also.
Hey, by the way, I had to share this fact. Oh, suddenly मेरे को चमका. Do you know UNESCO has 2 World Heritage Sites in Himachal? One is the Shimla's famous toy train, and the second one is the Great Himalayan National Park in your Tirthan Valley area.
अच्छा,
हाँ, cool, no?
बढ़िया है.
Okay, फिर?
हाँ, so next day we were like कि ठीक है यार, just chill करेंगे, nearby village में जाएंगे. So the whole area is called बंजार. ठीक है, बंजार में एक गांव का नाम है बांदल. तो ये बांदल गांव में था. ठीक है, बट इट आप बांदल से थोड़ा आगे बढ़ोगे तो शर्ची करके एक गांव है. So the place is really known for Sharchi. You Google Sharchi, you will come to know what is that.
Like
So
what
if you
more?
see Sharchi is on the top of a mountain, ठीक है, and the view from Sharchi is like amazing. So idea was कि इस दिन रुके, one day we will trek up to Sharchi. चल के जाएंगे शर्ची तक. ठीक है, so that was the idea.
I think I've been to a waterfall near Sharchi called the Choi Waterfall.
Okay.
It's near some Choi Mata temple. Basically, they worship a tree near that waterfall.
How cute.
Yeah, and it's a cute little waterfall. You go sit there and see the beauty of Tirthan Valley is when you're there, right? You don't hear too many people talking and all of that. You can just sit over there and calmly hear that sound of water.
हाँ, क्योंकि वहां पे कुछ है नहीं, राइट? नथिंग, नो
Yeah.
नॉइज, राइट?
No noise.
नथिंग.
And I can't tell you how relaxing that is. In that lush green forest, sitting right next to the waterfall and hearing just water.
A water baby like me, can I jump in?
I think you can soak your feet in the water because I didn't see people actually taking a swim.
चलेगा चलेगा. I'll do like पैर डाल के छप छप. वो भी I love doing all of that.
Yeah, chop chop you can do.
Oh, beautiful, yeah, beautiful. And you said this is a very short. This is not a very long hike.
I don't think it's too tough. You can do
Very
it.
nice.
So next day we were like nearby, गांव घूमेंगे and all those things, बांदल वांदल ये वो property के आसपास, just chill at the property. So and there was गांव and Himachal as it is, in every village you will have a old temple and everything, because all these are very old settlements. ऐसा नहीं कि नए settlement है, ये लोग सालों सालों से रहते आ रहे हैं. Every गांव has a old very temple. So next day morning we just went to the explore the nearby places, went to the temple and all everything, and a nice temple.
Walking
छोटा सा,
around.
हाँ वॉकिंग अराउंड, छोटा सा गांव है बट अच्छा गांव है. इट्स ब्यूटीफुल एंड इट्स अ साइड ऑफ अ माउंटेन. सामने आपका व्यू है पूरा एकदम वैली का एंड माउंटेन का है. ब्यूटीफुल, वेरी नाइस.
Did you see patches of snow everywhere?
नो,
Or
सो
they're
स्नो
mostly
वाज,
melted?
इट वाज थोड़ा दूर पे माउंटेन हिल पे
दूर
था, बट इट वाज नाउ स्टार्टेड मेल्टिंग.
Yeah.
सो एंड द वे इट इज कि इट वाज विंटर, सो आपके माउंटेन साइड्स वर ऑल ब्राउन, देन द स्प्रिंग कम्स एंड एवरीथिंग बिकम्स ग्रीन.
True, true.
So but you can see distant mountains, high peaks पे snow and rain कभी भी हो जाएगा, and you will hear that Tirthan Valley river का noise.
Oh, how perfect.
And late in night, if it's a clear sky, and it was on that night, so you'll see a lot of stars because no light pollution, nothing.
Oh, perfect.
So yeah, just chilling around and just doing nothing, and there was this dog there, small dog. The name was Balu.
Balu.
बिकॉज एकदम हेयरी डॉग था, एकदम जितना हेयर हो सकता था एक डॉग पे मैक्सिमम पॉसिबल है इस दुनिया में, उतने बाल थे उसके ऊपर. So
Actually like Bhalu only.
हाँ, तो भालू था, बट सिंस बाल इतने थे
बाल
उसके
इतने
पास,
से बालू हो गया.
बालू हो गया वो. ठीक है, एकदम ऑल ब्लैक. ठीक है, एकदम जेट ब्लैक जो होता है ना, एकदम ऑल जेट ब्लैक.
I love dogs.
Yeah, even I love dogs, but my wife Nishika kind of is not very fond of dogs. But that was one time like she kind of got thoda friendly with her dog, and dog also kind of got friendly with her, and so yeah.
Balu was
Balu.
irresistible.
Yeah, बालू was like super. And बालू क्या है कि वो घूमते रहता था, चला जाएगा और फिर एक दो दिन बाद बताते थे वापस आता था, तो घूमते
Wow.
रहता था. या
So free dog.
फ्री डॉग, एकदम फ्री डॉग.
Lovely.
Yeah, very nice.
I love Himachal dogs. You know, they are all so full of fur and they are all goal. पपी भी गोल होते, बड़े होके भी गोल होते, हमेशा ही गोल होते. They are amazing. They're too cute.
Yeah. So next day idea was to go to Jalori Pass. So Jalori Pass crosses through Jibhi. Tirthan Valley में एक जगह है जीबी, जीबी से आगे Jalori Pass है. जीबी is very famous. Now it is becoming famous. So अगर आप now you'll go on Instagram or do all those travel places, you type GB, you will find a lot of properties now. So and very beautiful properties. So idea was to go to Jalori Pass. Jalori Pass at that point of time snow के कारण, ice के कारण बंद था, but you can trek up to it and then come back. ठीक है, तो मैं तो था कि हाँ चलो हम लोग चल के जाएंगे, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. निशिका माय वाइफ वाज लिटिल हेजिटेट कि हाँ देखते हैं क्यों जाना है, और हम like चलो, इट्स बिकॉज व्हेन यू गो टू अ पास, बिकॉज द टॉप रियली दैट व्यू इज लाइक वेरी नाइस. सो वी लेफ्ट, हनी वाज विथ अस. ठीक है, हनी हमें घुमा रहा था. तो हनी आ गया था उस दिन से, अभी तो सर बस आपके लिए, तो मतलब वेरी नाइस यार. तो हनी वाज टेकिंग अस, ही वाज टेलिंग अस ऑल अबाउट द प्लेसेस, द हिस्ट्री एंड ऑल दोस थिंग्स. सो ही टुक अस टू अ प्लेस जहाँ पे उसने बोला कि सर यहाँ आप शूज बदल सकते हैं. I was wearing my trekking shoes. निशिका got those रबर का शूज जो होता है जो आइस के लिए, she got. उसने बोला ले लो, मैंने बोला नहीं ट्रैकिंग शूज है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं होगा. एंड सो अप टू अ पॉइंट कार गोज, और वहाँ क्या हुआ, हमने एक बार देखा भी कि एक ऐसे जीप ऊपर गई और फिर ऐसे फिसलते हुए नीचे आ रही है.
Oh, ice, मतलब black ice thing. Oh, very dangerous.
Yeah, black ice thing. तो ऐसे फिसलते हुए नीचे आ रही है और ड्राइवर आराम से आ रहा है, एंड ड्राइवर वाज वेरी चिल.
They're very chill. I don't know how they're so chill. हम लोग की तो they are like हो जाती है हालत खराब देख के ही.
Wow. हाँ ठीक है, आ रही है. मेरा भाई ड्राइवर हनी वाज आल्सो वेरी चिल, क्योंकि पता है नीचे आके he will that jeep will get a grip or something and then चला जाएगा. So
God, how they're so cool.
so then we started that 11 or something like that, and we started trekking up. सो इनिशियली तो ड्राई था, देन थोड़ा आइस आया, तो आई डिड नॉट फैक्टर इन कि ब्लैक आइस इज लाइक रियली रियली स्लिपरी, वेरी वेरी स्लिपरी। और क्या था, लोग नहीं थे, कोई नहीं था, देयर वाज नो वन देयर, वी आर जस्ट गोइंग, ऐसा नहीं कोई गाइड है। हनी ने बोला सर ये रास्ता है, चलते चले जाइए, जहाँ तक जाएगा चले जाइएगा, वापस आ जाइएगा। उसने बस बोला था कि ट्राई टू कम बाई 2 और 3 PM, क्योंकि बारिश बहुत होने लगती है उसके बाद, तो फिर इट बिकम्स थोड़ा चैलेंज टू गो बैक। तो मैंने बोला ठीक है यार। So I think we trekked for like 30 minutes या 35 minutes, and there was a patch, एक टर्न था ऐसे, एंड वहां पे क्या था कि आइस, ब्लैक आइस एकदम प्रॉपर सॉलिड था। तो निशिका मेरे पीछे थी एंड आई वाज थोड़ा आगे, तो मैंने उसको बोला कि रुक जाओ, लेट मी सी कि जा सकते हैं कि नहीं, वेदर आई कैन गो अहेड और नॉट, बिकॉज यू नीड टू फाइंड
A grip.
कहाँ चढ़ सकते हैं।
And this
तो
was quite an incline, or it was like a gradual incline?
इट वाज नॉट लाइक वेरी स्टीप इंक्लाइन, नॉर्मल रोड जो होता है ना, रोड,
Okay.
बिकॉज
It's
वी आर नॉट
gradual incline.
ग्रेजुअल इंक्लाइन था। तो वहां पे फिर हम लोग रास्ते में फोटो वोटो खिंचाते हुए आ रहे थे, पूरा एकदम निशिका गाना वाना वीडियो क्या रील बना रही है
ये इश्क आए बैठे बिठाए, all that. Yeah, I can understand. I would do the
ऑल
same.
दोस वाज हैपनिंग, एंड तो आई वाज टेलिंग निशिका कि वेट करो, मैं जस्ट आई जस्ट टेक आगे का देख के आता हूँ, नहीं होगा तो विल गो बैक, बट आई थॉट कि हो ही जाएगा यार, मतलब इतना भी क्या है। सो जैसे ही मैं बोला और मैं एक स्टेप आगे गया, आई स्लिप्ड। ठीक है। ठीक है, अब प्रॉब्लम क्या है कि व्हेन यू स्लिप, योर फर्स्ट एकदम बॉडी का रिएक्शन होता है ना, हाथ हाथ से खुद को रोकने का। सो आई केप्ट माय हैंड एंड माय इंटायर बॉडी लैंडेड ऑन माय रिस्ट, एंड रिस्ट गया टक। ठीक है। उस वक्त नहीं पता चला कि रिस्ट टूट गया, तो एकदम थोड़ा फ्यू सेकंड्स के लिए तो एकदम
Blacked out.
ब्लैक आउट, मतलब नॉट 2-3 सेकंड्स के लिए, काइंड ऑफ ब्लैक आउट। तो तब तक निशिका भी आ गई थी, देन आई काइंड ऑफ उठ के, अगेन इट वाज वेरी कोल्ड, तो आपको पेन उतना फील नहीं हो रहा था दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम,
numb हो
राइट।
जाता है.
आई जस्ट फील कि हाँ यार चोट लगी है, एंड देन हाँ ठीक है, देन आई वाज थिंकिंग कि जाएं कि नहीं जाएं, स्टिल आई थॉट कि थोड़ा देर वेट करके देखते हैं, मे बी आई विल फील बेटर, देन आई विल स्टार्ट क्लाइंबिंग अप। बट अगेन आई डिड नॉट फील सो वेल, तो मैं लगा छोड़ दो यार, बहुत इट्स टू रिस्की, तो वापस चलते हैं। उसके बाद जैसे ही वापस जाने के लिए, जैसे ही मैं आगे बढ़ा, तो आई अगेन स्लिप्ड।
Oh.
ठीक है।
ऐसे हीरो बन के not taking the right shoes along वाला स्टोरी होगा.
Yeah, it was a
Shucks.
trekking shoes, yeah, proper Quechua ka trekking shoes and all.
Same hand.
So I landed on the same hand, but somehow I don't know, वो पहले वाले में टूटा कि दूसरे वाले में टूटा, I have no idea. So फिर क्या हुआ कि हमने बोला ठीक है चलो अभी तो, somehow धीरे धीरे वॉक करते करते गाड़ी के पास गए, हमारा पानी वो सरप्राइज, अरे आप इतनी जल्दी आ गए। तो मैं बोला
Thank God he was still waiting there. Some of them just go for a walk and all that.
हाँ
No.
नहीं नहीं, सो एक्चुअली वो आगे थोड़ा चला गया था, उसको फोन करके बुला लिया मैंने, तो वो आ गया
Okay. Oh,
तुरंत।
phone
हाँ, तो
network and all you have there. अच्छे से.
वहां पे था जहाँ पे गाड़ी की पार्किंग थी, तो
Thank
वहां
God.
गया, तो आई कॉल्ड हिम, ही केम, मैंने बोला यार वो स्लिप कर गया, हाथ में चोट लग गई है, शायद दिखाना पड़ेगा, तो थोड़ा पेन कर रहा है। तो देन बोला हाँ ठीक है, एंड वो लेके मेरे को चला गया। सो बंजार में एक छोटा सा, आप जाओगे छोटे शहर में क्या होता है कि एक प्राइमरी हॉस्पिटल होता है, एंड अगेन बाय दैट टाइम इट वाज 12-12:30 टाइप्स हो रहा था, तो
Lunch break.
हाँ लंच ब्रेक, तो हम लोग पहुंचे हॉस्पिटल। हम लोग हॉस्पिटल में पहुंचे, वहाँ लंच ब्रेक, कोई डॉक्टर नहीं, कंपाउंडर नहीं, ठीक है, बट हनी इज अ लोकल गाइड, ठीक है, वो डॉक्टर को जानता था, उसको फोन किया, तो डॉक्टर लंच कर रही थी, तो बोली आ जाओ, तो मैं चला गया, उसको मेरे को लेके गया हनी, ठीक
उनके
है।
घर.
नहीं नहीं, ऊपर ही अपना रूम
अच्छा,
में लंच
okay.
कर
They
रही
have
थी,
their
हाँ हाँ,
setup there.
तो
Okay.
हाँ कि बट पेशेंट को 132 से देखेंगे, अभी लंच का टाइम है, और तो उसने बोला आ जाओ इधर, ये वो पूरा बोल रहा है बहुत जोर की चोट लग गई है, ये हो गया वो हो गया, पूरा उसको स्टोरी दे रहा है वो,
Oh.
सो आई वेंट देयर, उसने देखा हाँ थोड़ा स्वेल वेल कर गया था, तो उसने बोला एक्सरे करा के ले आओ, एंड वेरी यंग डॉक्टर, जो नहीं होता है आप जस्ट एमबीबीएस पास करके शायद पहला ईयर सेकंड ईयर वाले आप वो वैसे
Yeah,
यंग,
they have to go to a
हाँ
local place to do that. No,
या
yeah.
सो दैट काइंड ऑफ अ डॉक्टर, एंड सो बोला एक्सरे, तो बोला एक्सरे इधर नीचे होता है, मैं नीचे गया, तो एक्सरे वाला भी बंद था क्योंकि वो भी लंच करने गया है। हनी उसको जानता था, हनी उसको फोन किया किधर हो, बोला घर पे लंच करने, तो बोला इधर आओ, फिर हनी उसको लाने गया।
Honey is the dude, man.
Oh God.
हाँ, so हनी उसको लाने गया।
अब ये सब सुनने में बड़ा हाहा ही लग रहा है. उस टाइम पे you must have been writhing pain, no?
हाँ नहीं नहीं, सो मैं बोला कि छोड़ दे, आ ही जाएगा, बोला सर कब आएगा पता नहीं है, हो सकता है 4 बजे आए, 3 बजे आए, खा के सो जाए, नोबडी नोज, राइट। क्योंकि बोला कि यहाँ एक्सरे के लिए लोग आते नहीं है ज्यादा,
Oh.
राइट, तो बंद है, ऐसे ही है। तो गया, उसको जानता था तो लेके आ गया, तो एक्सरे हुआ, अगेन वी वेंट टू डॉक्टर, डॉक्टर ने देखा तो उसको समझ में नहीं आ रहा था कि, तो बोली क्रैक तो नहीं हुआ है, बट हाँ थोड़ा दिख रहा है कि थोड़ा कुछ कुछ हुआ है। तो मैंने बोला कि क्या करना चाहिए, तो उसने बोला कि उसने कोई दवा दी और बोले कि पेन किलर का इंजेक्शन ले लो, ठीक है, और हाथ को ज्यादा हिलाना मत, आई थिंक ठीक हो जाएगा। तो मैंने कहा ठीक है यार ठीक हो जाएगा। तो अगेन इंजेक्शन लेने के लिए कहा जाए, तो अगेन हनी बाबू बगल
They
के
don't even
दुकान,
have an injection over there. Also, you have to buy it.
यू हैव टू बाय इट, बट वहाँ था नहीं
Okay.
जो हॉस्पिटल में,
Okay.
राइट, ठीक है। तो हनी बोला सर आई विल टेक यू टू प्लेस,
Oh,
ठीक है।
Ani's the dude again.
तो हनी हमें लेके कहीं तो और लेके गया किसी और गांव में, ठीक है। एंड वहाँ पे अगेन द होल मेडिसिन शॉप, कंपाउंडर गए, एवरीबॉडी सब फ्रेंड वेंड है। एंड देन द होल स्टोरी स्टार्टेड, अरे कैसे लगी, क्या हो गया क्या हो गया, तो
Oh, okay.
ग्राउंड जीरो से। तो एनीवेज ऑल देन फिर हनी लेके आ गया दोपहर शाम तक हमें वहाँ पे।
Hmm.
एंड एंड ओनर वाज लाइक यार ये होता है यहाँ पे, एंड ये लास्ट टाइम आई थिंक समथिंग एम्बेसडर वाज हियर लास्ट ईयर, उसने भी अपना
Hmm.
पैर तोड़ दिया था।
Ouch.
हाँ तो हाँ तो ये लोग आइस पे स्लिप अप करते हैं।
Right, right. Wow.
तो दिस वाज हाउ 14th 15th
No, so then you what? Then your hand was like in a big fat swell and all this.
नहीं, सो उस वक्त तो उतना
and
स्वेल नहीं
everything.
हुआ था, बट आई वाज जस्ट
Okay.
लाइक होल्डिंग इट लाइक दिस, एंड
Hmm.
देन व्हाट हैपेंड कि आप रात को यू नो यू हैड बिट ऑफ ओल्ड मॉन्क एंड
Hmm.
हैड
Very happy.
या सो गए आप। नेक्स्ट डे मॉर्निंग व्हेन आई वोक अप तो मेरा हैंड वाज लाइक 3 साइज स्वेलिंग।
Oh. Shucks.
सो गुड, एक अच्छा चीज जो मैंने किया था कि मैंने रिंग निकाली थी, बट मैंने अपना कड़ा नहीं निकाला था। कड़ा मेरा यहाँ ऐसे दब गया था, तो उसके कारण यहाँ पे पूरा ब्लड क्लॉटिंग हो गया था वहाँ पे।
So
तो
it was 3x size and blue in color.
हाँ नहीं, सो रेड एकदम यहाँ पे, रेड ऐसा मार्क हो गया था। तो फिर व्हाट हैपेंड कि हुआ क्या रे, अभी तो हॉस्पिटल जाना पड़ेगा। हॉस्पिटल किधर है, कुल्लू। तो फिर हनी को फोन हुआ, फिर वो खुद
How
लेके आए।
sweet of him. Yeah.
है वेरी नाइस। वही
Hmm.
हमें एक हॉस्पिटल लेके गया। तो एक वहाँ पे ऑर्थोपेडिक बहुत फेमस हॉस्पिटल है कुल्लू में।
You had to come all the way down to Kullu for this.
या 4 hours। तो
Oh my God.
वहाँ पे क्या था, भीड़ बहुत थी, राइट।
Oh.
अब हॉस्पिटल में क्या है ना कि आप ऑर्थोपेडिक है, सब हाथ पैर जो टूट हो सकता है सब टूट के लोग आए हुए थे वहाँ पे, राइट।
God.
था कि मैं थोड़ा पहले पहुंच गया तो मेरा द मेन डॉक्टर हुआ सपोज टू सी वाज इन ऑपरेशन। लंबा चौड़ा ऑपरेशन चल रहा था किसी का, तो हाँ तो नर्स आगे वो बार बार हनी जाके उसे पूछ रहा है डॉक्टर किधर है, वो बोल रही है कि ऑपरेशन थिएटर में। आधा घंटा हुआ, अभी किधर है, तो ऑपरेशन थिएटर में। तो पूछा क्या कर रहा है इतना देर से, बोला ऑपरेशन कर रहा है। किस चीज का ऑपरेशन कर रहा है, तो नर्स पूरा उसको समझा रही है, पैर में रॉड लगा है, स्क्रू फंस गया है, स्क्रू निकाल रहे हैं। तो ऐसा
All
ऐसा चल रहा था
details.
पूरा डिटेल। फिर आधे घंटे बाद भी डॉक्टर नहीं हुआ, तो हनी जाके पूछता है उससे स्क्रू निकला क्या, तो बोले नहीं वो अटक गया है। तो और हम लोग सुन रहे हैं। एंड सो क्या हो रहा था हमारे सामने ना, आप अगर देखोगे तो यू नो आरी जिससे
No what?
काटते हैं,
Yeah.
वी सॉ दैट थिंग गोइंग इनटू द ऑपरेशन थिएटर,
That's a chainsaw, right?
राइट।
Oh.
एंड फाइनली एनीवेज 1-2 आवर अच्छा खासा टाइम पास किया हमने, आगे पीछे घूमते रहे। एंड देन द डॉक्टर केम, डॉक्टर वो सरदार जी। एंड टेम्परेचर होगा 2-3-4 डिग्री, सरदार जी टी शर्ट में घूम रहे थे।
The dude.
हाँ एकदम डूड।
Nice.
सरदार जी ने जैसे ही मेरा हाथ देखा बोला टूट गया है जी। तो
Hmm.
उसने पूछा क्या कर रहा है, इधर प्लास्टर कहाँ से आए हो, तो मैं बोला बॉम्बे से।
Bombay
बोला
से।
कि इधर प्लास्टर करूँ कि बॉम्बे जाके करोगे, टेम्पररी करूँ कि परमानेंट कर दूँ। तो मैं बोला आपको जैसा अच्छा लगता है। तो देन तो सरदार जी डिड दैट सॉफ्ट प्लास्टर का जो थिंग
Hmm.
होता है। तो बोला कोई नहीं, पहाड़ में होते रहता है, अभी तो सीजन है हाथ पैर टूटने का,
Ah,
राइट।
you were like
हाँ
another, right? The normal है.
हाँ, ये वाला है कि इससे तो हमारी दुकान चल रही है
God. For them it's like another day. It's like business
हाँ,
as
इसमें
usual.
ऐसा
BAU चल रहा है उनके लिए.
बस उसके बाद he did all those things and उसे पूरा दिन निकल गया। एंड देन शाम में वी थॉट कि क्यों डायरेक्ट जाए, वी थॉट विल स्टॉप एट सम प्लेस नियर, तो कुल्लू रिवर के बगल
But
से।
you were done with your pain once the cast was put.
he gave me painkillers, yeah.
My God, the saga of the broken hand. Absolutely crazy, man. Baap re baap.
नहीं, I think Tirthan is really nice. I think people should go there before it becomes too commercialized. Roads they have made, so now going there is very easy. And there are a lot of good places. रहने के लिए अच्छे अच्छे जगह आ गए, right? And
And
because
more often than not, they are all homestays, right?
होम स्टेज भी हैं, अभी हॉस्टल बन रहा
हाँ,
था,
hostel
lot of
बन रहा
people
है
are
उसे.
doing that, right? होटल आ गए, you'll find lot of Airbnbs now, and वो आपको बहुत मिलेंगे। मेरा आइडिया है कि I'll try to go again sometime next year or maybe उसके next year, but this time most probably I'll go sometime in spring rather than in pure winter and be
You
there.
can walk around with more confidence.
हाँ, and go up or trek all the way up to Sharchi, right? And because Sharchi रह गया, that was one regret है कि I could not go to Sharchi.
There's also a very beautiful lake over there. No, it is supposed to be a very beautiful trek up to the lake and things like that. Somewhere off Tirthan.
There is one. I've been to GB and Shoja.
Okay.
But we have seen
Yeah, GB is just Tirthan के पास ही, वही GB.
So GB had a waterfall, I remember.
Yeah.
Shoja is even thoda aur upar, and over there's this lake where you have to trek pura to go and all of that. It's a long trek, and I remember so I was traveling with my friend and she didn't got trekking shoes or even sneakers for that matter, so she did it in her bathroom slippers. Because people over there were like, बहुत छोटा trek है, कुछ नहीं है, you can easily manage and all of that. So she also thought so, and she
hero banke.
Yeah, so she was in bathroom slippers. Wow. And it was very difficult. The entire trek, it was supremely good, okay? Like, it's just clouds all around us. There are like trees and everything. But after a point, she got very, very tired. And random strangers who were going, they had like speakers and all while they were doing the trek and all.
Speakers and all. Ranveer Singh travels with us on speakers, very nice.
They had their speakers as their shoulders पे and they were doing that and they saw कि ये दोनों तो ऐसे ही बैठे पड़े हैं. They were like, take our water. तब तक तुम एक point पे पहुंच जाओगे. From that point, there's a very good viewpoint. Over there's Maggie, water and other things as well. And I think at that point, they told us that there was those movie shot also.
What, Ye Jawani Hai Diwani?
I think so. They said that, but
but था तो ये जवानी है दीवानी में there was that mountain.
वो तीर्थन में तो नहीं था वो. That was Kashmir, I think. They had Manali and Kashmir.
So it was just the local people who kept saying that Ranveer आया था ना इधर ही आया था. That Maggie Point वाले भैया also went like इधर ही आया था.
I like such stories.
And all of that. So we went there. We chilled for like a long time till she was like more refreshed. We had water and all of that. And there was. Yeah, we also had Maggie.
Very
Maggie
important.
तो खाओगे यार mountain.
Yeah, very important.
After the Maggie, she was more calm and she was like, okay, I think we should try now. And then we did it. But after coming back, because it was such a long time, no, her legs were like.
What thing? That too chappals mein.
Yeah, that too chappal mein it's difficult. It's barefoot jana is far easier than going chappal.
Probably.
Yeah, chappal grip करेगा ना. Barefoot में grip अच्छा बनेगा आपको. Get a better grip.
Wow, what was his lake?
I forgot the name. Wait.
But I remember एक उधर है lake.
हाँ मैंने पढ़ा है ऐसे. मैं बोल रही थी तीर्थन के बारे में. There was apparently a very मतलब almost all these places have one lake trek and all of those things.
I think it was called the Serolsar Lake trek. It's very close to the Jalori Pass.
Oh, lovely, yaar. So people, if you want to read more about where all you can do your trekking and hiking in Tirthan, head over to our blog. It's called The Sneaky Footprint, and
put it
in the show notes.
We put in the show notes. Absolutely.
But it's very pretty, yeah. Like I love the trek more than just the point after we reached because it felt like it was between clouds.
Journey is more important than
exactly
than destination. Yeah.
फिर जीबी के पास एक रिवर है, राइट? तो रिवर है काइंड ऑफ इट्स अ जीबी रिवर एंड रिवर के आसपास आपको बहुत सारी चीजें मिलेंगी.
Settlements and all that.
And very trout fish and ये सब के लिए.
I was going to ask you, so did you get like legendary trout fish?
नहीं, so हमें so वहाँ घर पे बनता था. घर पे एक दिन बना था, that's it. But again these guys used to cook everything. Local food से लेके whether पास्ता भी वो लोग बहुत बढ़िया बनाते थे. फूड में तो मतलब ये स्पॉइल्ड हो जाए जो, क्योंकि वहाँ पे क्या था कि और कोई गेस्ट नहीं था, और हम ही लोग थे.
So you got all the attention from
all the attention,
not just from Mr. Hani but also from Sudhir and Bhavna. Oh, lovely, yaar.
Yeah. आपको उधर मिलती नहीं है बुकिंग. If you try to book now, you will not find a way. It's very very fairly booked.
So if it's spring, we should do it much more in advance.
Yeah, we should do it much more in advance.
Did they click a photo with you and a broken hand?
I have a photo of Sudhir and me with broken hand. So, yeah.
And Balu.
बालू के साथ बहुत फोटो है. तो उसके बाद वही है, सो नेक्स्ट डे हाथ टूट गया, उसके नेक्स्ट डे उठो अभी क्या करना है 3 दिन, देयर फॉर 16 17 18 वी
Right.
थॉट ठीक है, तो 18 को जस्ट 3 days वी चिल देयर, थोड़ा बहुत आगे पीछे घूमे, lot of reading, pampered by the staff a lot, and we were just there, did nothing much else, and
Strolling around the village and all of those
just
things.
enjoy the view, scenery, and very very beautiful.
And then no noise.
Yeah, वो तो रात में वैसे like the things when they quiet down, the village also goes quiet, because Great National Himalayan Park is known for trekking. It's known for trekking, and you go there and just can trek all the way up to the एकदम हिमालय का top peaks तक.
Yeah, the trek is very famous there, but अगर chill करना है and किसी को trek नहीं करना है, then I highly recommend going to the Sai Rupa complex over there.
अच्छा.
Which is basically the kind of GNHP information center. So the information center over there also has a trail, and it's pretty cool for an evening stroll and all. Okay, like we just went there for our chill day, the rest day that we had in between. And we just chilled, walked, great views. Of course, you get great views. Then of course there's chai, there's Maggie.
Chai Maggie breaks are very important in mountain vacations.
I agree.
What about food options in Tirthan? Is there any cafe culture or anything of that sort there remotely?
Nothing. I don't, वो गांव है, right? So actually बंजार जो है वो शहर है, और ये गांव है, बांदल एक गांव है.
Yeah. So they're small, मतलब ऐसे चलना शुरू किया और देखा कि खत्म हो गया, दूसरा गांव शुरू हो गया टाइप.
How cute.
Yeah. Not even like 50 people live.
Yeah. But the homestays are amazing. And like you mentioned, na, Rohan, I agree with that part completely, that जो मांगोगे वो मिलेगा. And they often, like, sometimes if you're going on treks and all, there are homestays where they even pack the food for you after reaching a certain point. Maybe you can have a chotu motu sa picnic for lunch and all, because sometimes it's pretty long, right? You'll be hungry. Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah. Imagine sitting on that meadow and amazing view and green grass. Such a lovely picnic feeling. Takes me back to my younger days when we used to do picnics every Sunday.
Yeah. So yeah, Tirthan है एकदम non-commercialized, very chill place, right? Very underexplored, which I hope remains for a long time. So ऐसा रहे तो better है. वही है, आप किसी को बोलोगे तीर्थन वैली गए और कुल्लू मनाली तो एकदम लोग मतलब कोई भी पहुंच जाएगा. You ask somebody अभी वैसे कुल्लू मनाली है. मेरा था कि हो गया भाई, अभी मेरे को कहीं जाना है ऐसा जगह जो मतलब माउंटेन्स में है, बट थोड़ा सा. So I was also looking at उत्तराखंड है. उत्तराखंड में like really.
I have been to one place like that in Uttarakhand which has exactly just 2 properties.
कुमाऊं के आगे है एकदम.
Yeah.
पिथौरागढ़ के आगे एकदम.
I don't know which place you're talking about, but I am talking about this place called Munsiari. ये भी पिथौरागढ़ के आगे ही है. It's one of those places जहाँ पे you'll see India's last village and all those things. It's beautiful, and जैसे मैंने बोला, only 2 properties. Uttarakhand tourism kind of a place. कम लोग दिखेंगे, जो लोग दिखेंगे वो locals ही है. That kind. It's a very very beautiful place.
Yeah. So again, so if you want to go to like such places, go there ना. Tirthan Valley is one such place. Really beautiful. बहुत ही खूबसूरत. अभी तो बहुत upcoming आ गया है. It's a huge valley. मैं एक बंजार करके शहर के पास था. But you can go up till GB and all, right? GB is also very nice. So, but GB थोड़ा सा more commercialized हो गया है. And आपको शर्ची and all आप जाओगे तो रहने के लिए आपको मिल जाएगा जगह. Kind of a homestay kind of thing, but do not expect anything fancy, right? So it's like
yeah. So if you wouldn't have injured your hand, what else would you have explored अगर तुम जाते? तुम कुछ तो पढ़ के गए होगे कि मैं यहाँ जाऊँगा.
So my idea was to do that one day Sharchi ka trek, and I wanted to do it on rather taking. You can take a cab, drivable rasta hai, but idea was for me to do a one day ka trek, go all the way up to Sharchi, spend one day there. Other day I had one idea to go to the Great Himalayan National Park, right? One day there. So there was a 2 days I had just planned. That's it. One idea was to do one day Jalori, one day here, and 2 to 3 days at the property. That's it.
Okay.
So very chill trip. I didn't want to do too many things. Again, idea was to just relax, chill.
Right.
Don't do anything.
Just walk around, stroll around, hike, those kind of things.
कि कोई पूछे
Connect with the nature.
क्या किया, कुछ नहीं किया. ठीक है, बस क्या है.
तुमने ना ये कुछ ज्यादा ही बार बोला होगा, so everything came together and made you had a fall and then you literally could do nothing, ऐसे हो गया है.
हाँ, ये भी हो सकता है, because that was the whole idea. So destiny was like, ये तेरे को कुछ नहीं करना, अच्छा रुक.
Yeah, अच्छा रुक. So if I'm visiting Tirthan, which other treks can I head to in this entire Tirthan Valley?
So Tirthan has a lot of different treks that you can do. I remember right near Jalori Pass only, right? I went for that Tirolsar Lake trek, but there was this one point from where, well, there were two roads diverged in the woods, and I had to, though I took the road most traveled by.
अरे यार, क्या point बन जाती है road less traveled.
So there was another shorter trek which was still this fort called Raghupur Fort. It's an historical site, and again, it's a very beautiful trek. You again go to a point, you see amazing view. It's not, the fort is completely in ruins, and mostly we have no whereabouts about when it was created. But it's also another very beautiful trek that you can do, and it's a short trek. So, well, I did the trek with my best friend, and she, after we returned from Sarosar Lake trek, she was like, "Oh, we should have taken that shorter one, bro. Why did we take that long away?"
बनता है बेचारी, चप्पल में गई थी यार.
I know, right?
But that's really, I think when I came back, I recommend to everyone if you're planning for a Himachal trip, please you can search, go to that place. It's really nice. Not just that homestay, but that entire Tirthan Valley.
That entire place.
Yeah,
So you've done a lot of Himachal, right? So even in earlier stays and all of those things. So would Tirthan be your number one Himachal destination?
हाँ नहीं, so places well I have been to like mountains में Tirthan will come in the top 2-3, but I really like Sikkim. Sikkim was really nice when I went there. Again, I went there in 2008. अब कैसा
Right,
पता
would
नहीं,
have
right?
changed a lot, I guess, but still.
Yeah, the Sikkim of 2008 was like really, really beautiful, and we're not too much commercialized.
Vese, we have planned a podcast episode on Sikkim as well. We will release that soon. So you'll get to know about what Sikkim is and how it is even now.
It's interesting, but I hope because Sikkim is a really, really nice place. I hope it has turned for good rather than bad. So ऐसा रहे तो better. So Sikkim, Tirthan will be there, Bhutan will be there. Mountains, I think these top 3. There is another near Nainital, which I really like. But not the Nainital शहर,
That Bhimtal and all that, आजू बाजू के जो है,
जो गांव है एक दो, वो सब बहुत अच्छे हैं, खूबसूरत है.
Very pretty, yeah.
Another place that I would pick was एक हम लोग जो ट्रैक करने गए थे, कसौल. So Kasol was like very, very nice, very, very, very.
Kasol is Parvati Valley, right?
Yeah, Parvati Valley just पहले, yes.
Just पहले, right. Lovely.
So, yeah, I am a whole. मैं तो mountain में बस सकता है.
मैं आऊंगी तुमको visit करने पक्का.
Yeah, please.
Oh, you can set up a lovely vegetable and fruit farm there and all that, no, Rohan?
हाँ, there were a lot of apple trees there. I saw a lot of apple trees there. रास्ते के पूरे side में आप ऐसे ही apple के trees है.
Wow.
A lot of apple trees and all.
Yeah, I had the same experience, and I just went to Kashmir a couple of months back. So that they were like, you drive and you have apple trees, see apple trees, apple trees, see apple trees.
So Chambal में, so Chambal was one place जहाँ मैंने देखा कि apple के भी orchid थे और वहाँ mango trees भी थे. मैंने बोला यार इतनी गर्मी पड़ती है कि आम भी हो जाता है और इतनी ठंड पड़ती है कि सेब भी हो. बोला हाँ.
Wow.
Yeah.
यार I love vacationing in Himachal. Actually हमने भी एक बार एक do nothing वाला 1 week long trip in Dalhousie किया था, and people were like, आप क्या करने वाले हो कल? They'll come and ask. like कुछ भी नहीं. So that was one trip where I must have listened to so many podcasts. I would just go. They had a very nice terrace, so I'll just go to the terrace. Wear a nice thick. And it was the last week of December, so nice thick jacket, nice dhoop, and God level view, and just walk up and down listening to a podcast. It was just a do nothing kind of trip. It was so nice, my God. But again, very, very, you'll still get the feel of you're in a hill station because lesser number of people, lot of pine trees. But like I said, I just love vacationing in this entire region. And Abhi, the FOMO of Tirthan is setting in. I really want to go here now next.
नहीं Tirthan
and actually it's less crowded, so you definitely
abhi it's less
crowded. And since it's small villages, you have a lot of hiding places. Like you can just chill with local people if you don't want to interact with Like I went after because I was frustrated with my work back then, and I didn't want to see anybody who
Humans नहीं
speaks in
देखना है,
Hindi.
only
हाँ,
बालू.
मेरे को चाहिए ही नहीं था. I wanted कि अगर लोकल पर्सन है तो I can still talk, but ऐसे अगर कोई काम वाम लेके आएगा, oh what do you do and all of that, तो मेरे को तो बिल्कुल बात नहीं करना है.
Alex, you should tell whenever if you don't want to talk about no work and somebody asks what do you do, give some random answer. I'm a hired killer or something like that. That person will not ask any other question. पूछने पासपोर्ट वाले कि वर्क और लेजर वहाँ बोल सकते हो बोथ.
Both. And you can give a sly smile with that. Oh, I would love to give this answer to someone, yaar.
Yeah, maybe I'll try next time for sure. Like it's a good idea also.
Yeah, give some random answer. I'm
So it can
an
work.
art curator. और ऐसा रैंडम आंसर देने का पता ही नहीं करता क्या है रे भाई, सवाल भी नहीं पता नेक्स्ट क्या पूछने का.
हायर्ड किलर अगर कोई मुझे बोलेगा तो मैं तो 50 सवाल पूछ लूंगी.
नहीं ऐसा तेरे को लगता है रेफ्री, बट अगर वो बहुत
फट जाएगी.
सीरियसनेस में बोलेगा ना कि आई एम या
Hired
हायर्ड
killer.
किलर में भी यू विल बी लाइक कि अच्छा ओके थैंक यू, ये रास्ता इधर ही जाता है ना.
Oh wow, hired killer. मैं तो एक बार ट्राई करूंगी, but I like talking to people, so
Yeah.
maybe. Alrighty. Anything about Tirthan that we have missed, Rohan?
No, I don't think so. Again, as I said कि वहाँ पे ऐसा कोई सनसेट सनराइज पॉइंट है नहीं.
Yeah, I
ऐसा
like.
there is no कि अच्छा वो देखो पॉइंट गया, ये पॉइंट गया, हिल टॉप गया, वो क्या गया, वैसा कुछ है ही नहीं वहाँ पे.
इको पॉइंट नहीं था.
मतलब इको है यार, माउंटेन है, चिल्ला दो ऐसे ही इको करेगा. तो ऐसा है, बट हाँ वेरी क्वाइट. अभी तो वेरी क्वाइट एंड वेरी नाइस एंड वेरी. एंड ऑल्सो आई वेंट इन थोड़ा ऑफ सीजन राइट. आई डिडंट गो इन लाइक अ वेरी पीक सीजन, तो और लोग नहीं थे, कोई नहीं था.
Which I like. Because I would like to walk some more. So now that you have said the story, I would not probably go in February and plan to go.
So perhaps in April is perhaps a far better month.
April would be good.
April is a far better month to go because ठंड भी पूरी नहीं गई है, गर्मी भी पूरी नहीं आई है, and April is a far better month to go.
Yeah. Though April preferably go in the beginning of
But
April.
आप हाँ April में हाँ mountain peaks पे snow कम दिखेंगे, but हाँ वो है. So travel has become a lot easier and once that those tunnels come ना तब तो और आसान हो जाएगा.
और हाँ और आसान भी हो जाएगा, लोग भी हो जाएंगे. तो उसके just पहले I want to go to Tirthan. Fantastic. This was so fun. Tirthan with a broken hand. I think we should name our podcast like this.
नहीं but your audience is going to कि यार कुछ किया ही नहीं, कुछ किया है ऐसा बस.
Yes, we want stories about when you visited that place. So then we have Mr. Honey.
I still have Honey का number.
हाँ pass it along. So we have Mr. Honey, we have your Sardar Doctor.
हाँ नहीं था यार, तुम अपने हॉस्पिटल के बाहर वोल्वो XC60 लगी थी, तो मैं
ब्यूटीफुल.
तो आई वाज लाइक कि मतलब है लोग इतने हाथ पैर तुड़वा रहे हैं कि बंदे ने वोल्वो खरीद लिया है.
काफी टूट रहा है.
बट इट वाज अ फेमस ऑर्थो हॉस्पिटल देयर, आई थिंक बहुत भीड़ थी वहां पे.
Good for him.
Yeah.
But the good thing is he came in a 2-degree temperature, came out wearing a t-shirt.
हाँ एकदम 2-3 डिग्री मस्त घूम रहा था वो. सब लोग 2-3 लेयर के स्वेटर जैकेट ये सब पहना है, वो ऐसे ही अपना मस्त घूम रहा है.
Dude.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of such stories. And of course, stories of all the treks and all that Godly went to with her best friend. And some of the Adha Pona treks that you guys went to as well. बहुत कहानियां हैं. And Bhavna and Sudhir and their lovely Balu. We'll drop them a note that we're doing this podcast.
Yeah, you can contact them.
They should know that it was special. It was a special stay for you. They'll feel
nice. Yeah, I think they'll say it's a really beautiful place. I think, and more than beautiful, they are like the way they have done that whole thing, right? That place and everything is very nice.
Very warm.
Yeah.
Great. Awesome. This was beautiful, Rohan. बहुत मजा आया.
Thank you, Repti. Thank you.
हमारा आशा conversation was more around all the misadventures that you two have had in your Tirthan vacation. पहला तुम्हारा हाथ और दूसरा Godly's friends चप्पल stories. This was really great fun. So Rohan, before we wrap up, I know that when you go on vacations, you love to chat with people यहाँ वहाँ randomly. जैसे you had with अपना Mr. Honey and the driver that you had initially और पूरा crypto knowledge जो तुमको मिला. वैसे ही in all the travels that you've done in so many years of your life, is there one specific ऐसे interaction or a conversation with a fellow traveler, someone you met there, ऐसे कोई भी that you would like to share with us?
अच्छा हाँ मतलब there is one fabulous story. Nishika and I were traveling to Greece and we were in transit and there was a person was sitting next to me, and he was a Jew, उनका cap जो होता है. When I was reading a book, I don't know whether you guys have read or not. It's a very nice book on Holocaust. If This Is a Man करके नाम है, very very famous and nice book. I was reading that book. That person was a Jew, so he saw that book. He would have known ये book के बारे में. So he tapped me, बोला कहाँ से हो and all those things. So I kind of told him ये वो. So we kind of started discussing, culture ये वो, and then he asked me, why it is right to left, why the Hebrew, why Arabic, why all these things are right to left. तो मैं थोड़ा सोचा. तो मेरे को
Very interesting. Tell us.
just think, why do you think it is right to left? Again, I met that guy at the airport only.
I do not know.
तो पहले क्या होता था, earlier आपके पास पेन और पेपर नहीं होते थे, right? How do kings or counselors or great people used to leave their mark या proclaim something? क्या करते थे? आप स्टोन पे लिखते थे, राइट? नो, इफ यू स्टोन पे आप लिख रहे हो ना, तो ये आपको हैमर अब तो मारना पड़ेगा. इफ यू गो, ओनली वे यू कैन सी, राइट, इज फ्रॉम राइट टू लेफ्ट. अगर आप लेफ्ट टू राइट लिखोगे ना, तो आप कहाँ,
your heart will cover it.
Your heart will come in the between. And that's why he said all historical, and he said all historical, all ancient scriptures that you will see, right, most of them will be right to left, because stone पे लिखने के लिए आसान पड़ता था.
Such a nice tidbit. Oh.
When I
हाथ बीच में आ जाएगा ना, correct.
हाथ बीच में आ जाएगा, आपको दिखेगा नहीं कि where you are hitting that hammer and all those things. इंडिया में क्या था, लीफ पे लिखते थे. स्टोन वाज द वेरी लास्ट थिंग. तो पत्तों पे सो पत्तों पे लिखते थे. तो पत्तों पे इट इज वेरी इजी टू राइट, राइट? यू कैन सी कहाँ से आप कर रहे हो. वहां पे जो किंगडम्स होते थे, जो खासकर मिडिल ईस्ट में एंड ऑल दोस थिंग्स, राइट, वहां पत्तों का देयर वर नॉट दैट होल थिंग वाज नॉट देयर. वहां एवरीथिंग वाज ऑन स्टोन. आपका इवन इफ यू सी द अर्लियर स्टोन छोटे छोटे होते थे, जिसको which used to act as currency, right? Correct. Yeah, so everything was stone based, something kind of some different material रहेगा, but everything was kind of those solid stone based, right? So there was the whole thing has evolved.
वाह रोहन, वाह, मजा आ गया सुन के.
I was like, वाह, मेरा एकदम ऐसे लाइट बल्ब जल गया.
मेरा भी वही हो रहा है अभी. मैं सोच रही थी लिख रहा है. Oh, very cool, very cool.
So yeah, when you travel, these things happen, right?
I love such conversations that just come up like that.
Yeah.
Cool. We had a great time.
Yeah, good chat, good talk.
Very good chat. I love hearing the stories.
Especially thank you for all the recommendations, Rohan.
Yeah, no, please put it in the show notes.
I'll put in the show notes for sure. You and your show notes. Cool. Thank you. Hello. Thank you, Rohan, so much.
No problem. Thank you for calling me. It was a pleasure being here.
So for all the amazing pictures of Tirthan Valley, including homestay options, also some secret treks, and all the chilling options that you get, please check out our blog, Sneaky Footprints, link of which is in our description below. It also includes all the podcasts, books, and movies and series recommendations by Rohan. So please do check it out.
This was super duper fun. Hope you had a great time as well. And see you again on the next podcast. Thank you so much.
Bye. Bye.
See you then.
Bye. So in case you're still wondering, we are Misadventures of a Sneaker, a travel podcast where our sneakers take you everywhere, from breathtaking landscapes to quirky roadside attractions.
Yo, do follow our Instagram page, Misadventures of a Sneaker. We put lots of things there. Recommendations, photographs, stories, experiences, and a lot more. And you can also drop us a DM there with a lot of your suggestions, places that you want our sneakers to take you next, and lots more.
All details are in our show notes. And do not forget to give us a 5-star rating on Spotify. We'd be thrilled to see you on our next adventure.
You mean misadventure?
Yeah. Hope to see you on our next misadventure.
Our sneakers will take you on the next misadventure. So see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.